All right, so are you ready to like finally ditch that big old desktop tower?
Yeah.
I know I am.
Me too.
We are diving deep today into the world of mini PCs.
Yes.
Specifically, we're going to be checking out Asus, their new lineup of mini PCs that they just showed off at CES 2025.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I'm excited.
Asus has always been like kind of a player in the mini PC game, right?
Sure.
But things got even more interesting recently when they acquired Intel's NUC division.
Oh, really?
So now they've got like two families of mini PCs.
Okay.
The classic NUCs.
Yeah.
And their own ExpertCenter line.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that's a lot more options, but also a lot more decisions to make.
Exactly.
So, like, how do we even begin to choose between these two families? Like, what are the key differences?
Well, you can think of the NUCs as kind of the premium experience.
Okay.
They usually have Intel processors.
Okay.
And they often have Pro in the name.
Okay.
And they're really geared towards like professionals or anyone who really needs like serious horsepower from their machine.
Got it.
But then on the other hand, you have the ExpertCenter line,
Okay.
which is really all about catering to like specific needs and budgets.
Got it.
So, there's a wider range of configurations. You can really fine tune your pick.
Okay, different strokes for different folks. I like it.
Exactly.
All right, let's dive into some of these specific models.
Okay.
Let's start with the ExpertCenter PN54.
All right.
Got this really sleek design. I'm seeing a fingerprint sensor,
Yeah.
a dedicated Copilot key, and what looks like a ton of ports.
Yep.
So what's the story there? What were they going for with this one?
Well, I think Asus is clearly prioritizing security and convenience with this model.
Okay.
You've got the fingerprint sensor so you can unlock your PC like super fast. And then that dedicated Copilot key, I think hints at like some really powerful AI integration.
Oh, interesting.
Like imagine just launching your favorite AI assistant with a single keystroke.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I like that.
And then, with all those ports, you're not going to be like scrambling for adapters or dongles.
Right.
You've got tons of options for connecting multiple monitors,
Yeah.
external drives, you name it.
Yeah, for sure.
They really packed it in.
And they even managed to squeeze in two different charging options.
Yeah.
The typical like barrel charger.
Yep.
And USB Type-C port.
Mm-hmm.
So does that mean like you could actually power this thing with like a portable battery pack?
You absolutely could.
Whoa.
It might not run at full power,
Yeah.
but you could imagine the possibilities.
Oh, yeah.
Like you could have a fully portable workstation powered by a battery pack, just like tucked away in your backpack.
That's awesome.
Right.
Now that is what I call freedom.
Yeah.
And they're aiming to launch this this bad boy in February.
Yep.
For somewhere between $800 and $850.
That's right.
Not a bad price for that kind of versatility.
I agree. Yeah, it's a strong contender in the mid-range mini PC space.
Okay, let's shift gears a little bit.
And check out the NUC 14 Pro AI.
Right.
This one has definitely got some style,
Yeah.
especially with that optional e-ink display on the Plus model.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't love to see like little stats at a glance, right?
For sure.
But what about under the hood? What's ticking in this thing?
So the NUC 14 Pro AI is really all about performance.
Okay.
It's powered by Intel's latest Core Ultra processors,
Okay.
which are codenamed Lunar Lake.
Ooh, Lunar Lake. I like that name.
Yeah.
What does bring to the table?
Well, these chips are designed to deliver really impressive speed and efficiency.
Okay.
Perfect for demanding tasks like video editing
Uh-huh.
or even like some light gaming.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And it's looking like the price is in a similar ballpark to the ExpertCenter PN54.
That's right.
So we've got two very different machines,
Yeah.
but at a very similar price point.
Mm-hmm.
How should our listener start to weigh their options here?
Well, I think it really all comes down to priorities. The PN54 offers, more flexibility and portability, while the NUC 14 Pro AI is really focused on raw power with those new Intel chips.
Got it.
But, you've also got to consider, like, the finer details.
Yeah.
Like, the PN54 has that unique Copilot key and the fingerprint sensor, while the NUC 14 Pro AI boasts that really cool e-ink display. So it's kind of up to you.
Right.
Do you want AMD or Intel?
Yeah.
What kind of ports do you absolutely need?
Yeah.
It's really about matching the machine to your specific workflow and needs.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Let's crank things up a notch.
Okay.
We're going to talk about the NUC 15 and 15 Pro.
All right.
Now we are stepping into serious power user territory.
Yes, we are.
I'm seeing next-gen Arrow Lake processors configurations topping out at a whopping 65 watts.
Yeah, these are really impressive.
That's a lot of power.
It is a lot of power for such a small machine.
So what makes the NUT 15 series so special?
Well, I mean, the NUC 15 series is where things get really interesting.
Yeah.
These aren't just mini PCs anymore.
Yeah.
They're legitimate workstation replacements.
Wow.
And they have support for QDIM memory.
Okay, hold on, QDIM.
Yeah.
Break that down for us. What does that even mean for like the average user?
Sure, most mini PCs use like soldered-on memory.
Okay.
Which means like you can't upgrade it.
Okay.
But with QDIM, you can actually swap out the RAM modules.
Oh, wow.
Just like you would in a full-size desktop.
Okay.
So if you need more memory later on,
Yeah.
you're not stuck with what you initially got.
Right.
You can pop in like some faster, higher capacity modules and really boost your performance.
Oh, that's huge.
Especially for things like video editing
Yeah.
or heavy multitasking.
That's a game changer for a mini PC.
It is.
And you mentioned dual SSD slots too.
Yes.
What's the deal with that?
So the NUC 15 series offers 2 SSD slots.
Okay.
One PCIe Gen 5 and one Gen 4.
Okay.
PCIe Gen 5 is like the absolute cutting edge in storage technology, offering like super fast read and write speeds.
Okay, so what does that mean for like, day-to-day use?
Your system boots up in the blink of an eye, applications load almost instantly,
Okay.
and large files transfer in seconds.
Gotcha. So it's all about speed.
Yeah,
And having a second slot, even if it's Gen 4, gives you tons of flexibility.
exactly.
So you can have one super fast drive for your operating system and your essential applications, and a second larger drive for storing all your files and data.
That's right.
So you're basically getting like desktop level
Yeah.
storage speeds and capacity,
Yep.
all in a machine that can practically fit in your pocket.
I know, it's crazy.
And I can't help but notice they did not skimp on the ports.
Oh, no, they did not.
We're talking multiple Thunderbolt 4 ports.
Yeah.
This thing is clearly meant for power users
Absolutely.
who need to connect a whole arsenal of devices.
This is a machine for people who want the portability of a mini PC, but need the connectivity and expansion options of a full-blown desktop. So we're talking, multi-monitor setups, high-speed data transfer, seamless integration with all your existing peripherals.
I love it.
It's a versatile beast.
And the release date and price on this one.
So Asus is aiming for a Q1 release.
Okay.
And the pricing should be similar to previous models in the NUC 15 lineup.
All right, so somewhere in the ballpark of.
Probably.
Okay, gamers, this next one's for you.
All right.
Brace yourselves.
Oh, boy.
For the ROG NUC 2025 edition.
Here we go.
This thing is packed.
Yeah.
With an 8-core Arrow Lake HX CPU and NVIDIA's brand new GeForce RTX 5080 laptop GPU.
Wow.
I mean, are we even allowed to call this a mini PC anymore?
I don't know. It's pushing the boundaries.
This is insane.
They're really pushing the limits here.
So what are we looking at performance-wise?
I mean, the ROG NUC 2025 is basically a high-end gaming laptop.
Okay.
Crammed into a tiny, stylish chassis.
Wow.
We're talking like desktop-level gaming performance and a package you can easily take to a LAN party.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And they didn't hold back on the storage either.
No, they didn't.
Dual SSD support again.
They get it.
Easy upgradability. And of course, we can't forget
Right.
the signature ROG RGB lighting.
Of course not.
This thing is going to look absolutely killer on your desk.
Yeah, it's going to look awesome.
I love it.
It's the full ROG experience miniaturized.
I love it.
Pricing and availability are still under wraps, though.
Oh, come on.
But I'm sure it'll be a hot ticket item.
Yeah.
I bet them.
All right. So speaking of portability,
Okay.
we can't overlook Asus's lineup of routers.
That's right.
They've got everything from Wi-Fi 7
Yep.
to Wi-Fi 2,
Yeah.
which seems like a lot to choose from.
It is a lot.
What are some of the highlights there?
Well, the travel routers really stood out to me.
Okay.
Specifically, the RTX 50 Go, which has Wi-Fi 6.
Okay.
And the HTE 58 Go,
Okay.
which supports the blazing fast Wi-Fi 7 standard.
Oh.
Imagine having, reliable, high-speed internet access wherever you go.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Right.
And the HTE 58 Go can also act as a Wi-Fi extender at home.
That's right.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's pretty clever.
it is.
So you're basically getting 2 devices in one.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
It's a very versatile little device.
Okay.
And for those who want the absolute best home network, there's the ROG Rapture router
Okay.
with all of its AI-powered features.
Very cool.
Yeah,
All right, so we've covered a ton of ground here
we have
with Asus's latest and greatest.
a lot of cool new stuff.
They're definitely making a statement with their mini PC lineup.
They are.
And it seems like there's something for everyone, from casual users to hardcore gamers.
For sure.
But before we get ahead of ourselves,
Okay.
let's take a moment to digest all this info.
Yeah.
What are some key...
So I think it's clear that Asus is aiming to dominate the mini PC landscape.
Okay.
And their strategy of offering both NUCs and ExpertCenters, each with its own personality and target audience, is pretty savvy.
I agree they've got all the bases covered.
They do.
But why are mini PCs even having like such a moment right now?
Yeah.
What's driving this shift away from the traditional desktop tower?
Well, I think it's kind of a perfect storm of factors.
Okay.
People are craving more space and less clutter.
Yeah.
Especially with, so many of us working from home these days.
That's true.
And plus, technology has advanced to the point where you can pack incredible performance into these tiny devices.
It's amazing how small they can get them.
I know.
Yeah. I'm all about that minimalist life.
Yeah.
But I think there's also this like misconception out there that mini PCs are somehow less powerful than their bulkier counterparts.
Right.
But we've seen today that that's just not true anymore.
It's not true at all.
The lines are blurring.
They are.
These new Asus Mini PCs are going head-to-head with full-size desktops in terms of performance. Yep. Especially models like the NUC 15 and the ROG NUC 2025.
Absolutely.
I'm particularly impressed by the NUC 15's like workstation level capabilities.
It's really impressive.
That QDIM support and dual SSD setup, those are game changers.
They are.
But it's not just about raw power.
Right.
Right.
No.
Asus is also focusing on user experience. Yeah. Features like the fingerprint sensor, the dedicated Copilot key, and the e-ink display on the NUC 14 Pro AI really show they're thinking about how people actually use these machines.
I agree. They're paying attention.
It's like they're anticipating our needs before we even know we have them.
Right.
But with all these options and advancements, where does this leave the average person trying to decide on their next computer?
It's both exciting and a little bit overwhelming, right?
Yeah.
But that's kind of where a deep dive like this comes in handy.
Exactly.
The key is to really assess like your own needs and priorities.
Okay.
Are you a casual user who just needs a machine for like browsing the web, checking email, and some light work?
Right.
Or do you need something more powerful for demanding tasks like video editing, software development, or gaming?
Gotcha.
So yeah, figure out what you need it for.
And let's not forget about budget.
Oh yeah, of course.
There's a wide range of price points here.
There is.
From the more affordable ExpertCenter models to the premium NUCs.
Yep. So there's something for everyone.
Okay.
If you're looking for a balance of performance and affordability, the ExpertCenter PN54 is a great starting point.
Okay.
But for those who need top-tier power and are willing to pay a premium, the NUC 15 Pro and the ROG NUC 2025 are serious contenders.
Okay, so those are the ones to look out for.
For sure.
If you've got the budget.
Yep.
And don't underestimate the importance of connectivity.
Yeah, good point.
Think about how many ports you need. What type of ports are essential to your workflow.
Right.
And whether you need the latest Wi-Fi standards for the fastest possible speeds.
Definitely.
It's important.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought up connectivity. We're seeing a trend toward more versatile port selections.
They are.
Especially with Thunderbolt 4 becoming more prevalent. This opens up a world of possibilities.
It does.
For connecting multiple displays, high-speed external drives, and even external GPUs for an extra performance boost.
Exactly.
It's pretty awesome.
It is really cool.
It's not just about having enough USB ports anymore. You've got to think about bandwidth, data transfer speeds, future-proofing your setup.
Definitely.
All that stuff.
Yeah.
And while we're on the topic of connectivity, let's circle back to those travel routers you mentioned earlier.
Right.
The RTX 50 Go.
Yep.
And the HTE 58 Go. Sound like game changers for anyone who's always on the move.
I think so.
What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, imagine being able to create like your own secure, high-speed Wi-Fi network wherever you go.
Right.
No more relying on like dodgy hotel Wi-Fi or shady public networks.
It's the worst.
I know.
That is peace of mind, especially for digital nomads.
Yeah.
Remote workers.
Yeah.
anyone who travels frequently.
Sure.
And the fact that the HTE58 Go can double as a Wi-Fi extender at home is a nice bonus.
It is.
You're essentially getting 2 devices in one.
Exactly.
So Asus is smart to offer these versatile solutions.
They are.
It complements their mini PC lineup perfectly.
I agree.
After all, what good is a portable powerhouse if you can't connect it to the internet reliably, right?
Exactly.
So we've talked about the different types of mini PCs, the benefits of downsizing, the importance of choosing the right specs. Even how to stay connected on the go. But let's bring it all back to our listener. Who's trying to navigate this world of mini PCs.
Right.
What are some of the key questions they should be asking themselves as they consider making the switch?
So first and foremost, they need to define their needs. How do they plan to use this mini PC? What are their must-have applications and software?
Gotcha.
Once they have a clear picture of their workflow and their requirements, then they can start digging into the specs.
Okay, so figure out what you need it for first.
Exactly.
And then worry about the specs later.
Yep.
It's about finding the sweet spot between power features and price right.
That's right.
And not getting distracted by like shiny specs that you might not even need.
Exactly. Don't get caught up in the megapixel race or the gigahertz frenzy.
It's so easy to do though.
I know.
You see all these big numbers. And you think, oh, I need that.
Right.
But you don't even know what it means.
Exactly.
Focus on the features and performance that will actually benefit your daily use.
That's right.
Do you need a super fast CPU for video editing? Or is a more modest processor sufficient for your web browsing and email needs?
Exactly. Figure out what you actually need.
Yeah, for sure.
It's important.
And let's be honest, aesthetics matter too.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Of course.
We want a machine that looks good on our desk.
Exactly. It's got to look good.
Thankfully, Asus has a reputation for designing stylish and sleek devices.
For sure.
Whether you prefer the minimalist look of the ExpertCenters or the gamer-centric aesthetic of the ROG NUC.
Right.
There's something for everyone.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
We have.
We've explored the different types of Asus Mini PCs, their strengths and weaknesses, the key factors to consider when making a purchase.
That's right.
But before we wrap things up,
I
want to get your expert take on where this whole mini PC trend is headed.
All right.
Are we witnessing like the slow decline of the desktop tower?
That's a great question.
What do you think?
It's clear that mini PCs are gaining momentum.
Yeah.
They offer a really compelling blend of performance, portability, and style. And as technology continues to advance, we'll see even more power packed into these tiny devices.
I believe it.
So yeah, they're getting really popular.
So is this the end of the desktop tower as we know it?
I wouldn't say it's the end, but it's definitely an evolution. The traditional desktop tower still has its place, especially for like extreme power users who need like maximum expandability and customization.
Gotcha.
But for a growing number of people, mini PCs are becoming the preferred choice.
That makes sense.
They offer a balance of power and portability that's hard to resist.
Yeah, you really can't beat it.
You can't.
All right, so the desktop tower might not be extinct just yet.
Right.
But it's certainly facing some fierce competition from these mighty mini PCs.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, so it seems like Asus has really hit a sweet spot with their mini PC lineup.
They have.
They've got something for everyone. Whether you're a casual user or a creative professional, even hardcore gamers are getting some serious love with that ROG NUC 2025.
Absolutely.
But as we wrap up our deep dive today, what's the big takeaway for our listener?
I think the main takeaway is that the mini PC revolution is here to stay. We're not just talking about cute little boxes that can browse the web anymore.
Right.
These are powerful, versatile machines that can handle demanding tasks and even rival full-fledged desktops.
It's amazing.
It really is.
And Asus is leading the charge with a diverse lineup that caters to a wide range of needs and budgets.
Absolutely.
From the sleek and affordable ExpertCenter models to the high-performance NUCs, there's an Asus Mini PC for just about everyone.
I think so.
It's really an exciting time to be in the market for a new computer.
It is.
The days of being tied to a bulky desktop tower are fading fast.
They are.
So for our listener who's ready to embrace the mini PC lifestyle, what are some final pieces of advice?
All right.
What should they keep in mind as they navigate this exciting new world?
Don't be afraid to do your research.
Okay.
Read reviews, compare specs, and watch videos to get a feel for the different models and their capabilities.
Makes sense.
And most importantly, think about your own needs and how you plan to use the device. Don't get caught up in the hype or the spec race.
So easy to do, though.
I know.
Yeah.
Focus on the features that will actually enhance your workflow and make your life easier.
Good advice.
I would also encourage you to consider the long term. Think about upgradability and future-proofing your setup.
Gotcha.
Will you need more RAM or storage down the line?
Yeah.
Do you need the latest connectivity options?
Right.
These are all factors to consider when making your decision.
So it's not just about finding the right mini PC for today.
Right.
It's about finding the right mini PC for tomorrow.
Exactly.
A machine that can grow and evolve with your needs.
That's right.
That's a good point.
It's an investment.
Yeah.
And you want to make sure it's an investment that will pay off for years to come.
I like that.
Yeah.
Well, I think we've covered just about everything there is to know about Asus's new mini PC lineup.
I think so.
From the sleek designs to the powerful components.
Yeah.
They've definitely impressed us.
They have.
Now, as we sign off, I want to leave you with one final thought.
Right.
We've seen how mini PCs are challenging the status quo.
Yep.
And redefining what a computer can be. But this is just the beginning.
Yeah.
As technology continues to advance, who knows what the future holds for these tiny powerhouses?
Perhaps one day we'll be carrying around desktop-level computing power in our pockets.
Wow.
Or maybe we'll see mini PCs integrated into our everyday objects.
Yeah.
The possibilities are endless.
That's a cool thought.
Yeah.
And that's what makes this such an exciting time to be a tech enthusiast.
It is.
The future is mini.
Yeah.
And it's looking brighter than ever.
I agree.
Until next time.
All right.
Keep exploring.
Yeah.
Keep learning. And keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
Absolutely.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Please like this video and subscribe to our channel. For more detail you can visit our blog website www.evergreentechtips.com.